Hey guys, it's JP Baseball Gamer here today, and today I'm gonna have a different video for you guys again today. And today it's gonna be about my key binding setup and um, what I've changed in my keybind setup and how it's helped my gameplay and how I think it can help you guys, and just give you guys some setup ideas. And before we get started, I just want to say I'm sorry that I haven't had any videos out the last few days. I've had some audio problems. I was trying to upload some at least 1 or 2 episodes of Pub It Up, and my editing software isn't working right, so I'm trying to get a new one, and it's been a pain in the butt. So I'm having to come out with this video, and I'm going to do other videos and have to postpone the Pub It Up for now. Unfortunately, I apologize, but it's just going to have to be put on hold right now because even the audio of my Pub It Ups now are too quiet. Either I'm too quiet and they sound good, or I sound good and they're too quiet. So I just got to figure that out. And for now, I'm going to have tips and tricks videos and crazy moments and stuff like that until I figure that out, and then I'll start uploading more rounds again. Yeah. So let's get into the keybind. What do my keybinds look like? Nothing special for movement. I have my movement as WASD. The shift is the run, just your basic stuff. That's default. And one of the things I change is the toggle primary and secondary. And this is a big one. Like if you're turning around a corner, let's say here, and you're in a firefight with a guy and unload your full mag and you're reloading and then a guy rushes right here. If you keep the default setting where you have to click a 2, it takes a long time for my finger to reach back and forth to be able to switch between my primary and secondary. So I have a Razer Death Adder mouse, which has 2 mouse buttons on the side. And I downloaded a software called the Razer Synapse, which lets you keybind it into the game. And you can definitely do some research on it and stuff like that. But all these mouse companies will have a software that'll let you do that. But this mouse button is a huge one, and you need to have... It's really beneficial if you can have a mouse button like that, or have mouse buttons on your mouse, because it becomes... Look how easy this is for me to switch between primary and secondary. That's a big one. Another one, what I put on my other mouse button, because I have 2 mouse buttons on my Death Adder, is grenade. And that's also very helpful. So when I'm running around a corner, instead of like this, and I want to nade, instead of having to click 5 on the keyboard, or what, I can't remember what it is defaulted, but you got to take your finger off a movement key, which risks your soldier vulnerable, and you risk yourself so much that it's ridiculous. So if you could just put it on that mouse button, it's just instant, and you can move while throwing it. That's what's so beneficial about it. And those are 2 key ones about... Those are the 2 main ones that you're probably going to want to keep in mind with the key binding setup. And the main one, like I said, if you think I'm crazy with the other ideas, but the main one that I can't stress enough is the primary secondary one. I can't stress that enough, of having a button that's easy to reach without taking your fingers off the movement key. Like the mouse button works perfectly. So let's take a look at my settings so you guys can take a look. Okay, my key bindings, all this is the same. WASD, there's the mouse, move around, sprint, steady scope. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I have the sprint is shift, steady scope is the hold the shift, just what I'm used to. None of that we need to worry about. Fire, zoom, prone. I leave prone on X and Z just because I find that's the most, that just works for me. There's no really much of a better spot to put that. And then the reload R, that's the best you're gonna have it, because usually you're not gonna be shooting while you're reloading. And then another key one that this is another important one, is to be able to switch between gadgets. Right here, which I use the mouse wheel. A mouse wheel is a really important one. So instead of having to click the number 3 key to throw a med kit or something for assault, all I have to do is roll my mouse wheel up without even taking my fingers off the movement key. And then I can bring out my defibrillators with the scroll down. So those are the 3 ones that I'll stress the most, is the primary and secondary switch, the med kit, and the or not the med kit, but I mean like overall with the secondary equipment, to be able to switch back and forth with those. And that's very beneficial. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and maybe this doesn't work out exactly, maybe yours doesn't Maybe you don't like exactly how I set up mine, but these are just my ideas, and I think that if you use the ideas that they can be they can become very beneficial. But yeah, test these ideas out, guys. I'm sure if you guys get used to these ideas that or used to these key bindings, that you'll eventually love them. At first it'll feel a little weird, and you'll start clicking the 3 key or whatever you defaulted it as, and you'll be like, and then you'll realize, like, oh, why am I doing this so hard when all I have to do is scroll on the mouse or click a finger or mouse button. Hope you guys learned something from this video. More videos coming soon for you guys. Please click that like and subscribe tab. And this is JP Baseball Gamer out.